I go by the name of Q. If you're unfamiliar, if you are familiar, shout out to you. Welcome back to the channel. To my coin connoisseurs, this one's for you. If you aren't a coin connoisseur, this is for you as well. You just may not know at the time, but hopefully you learn something from it. I've collected coins for a very long time, as some of you may know, and I'm much different than your typical coin collector. I find coins in passing and I bring them home. I separate it by geography and American rarity. So if it's a currency outside of the US, I bring it home, I hold on to it. If it's an American currency of some numismatic value, I bring it home and I hold on to it. When I say numismatic value, basically what I mean is something being valued at more than the face value. We use the Buffalo nickel for example, right? At face value, it's only 5 cents, but the fact that it's so rare and was discontinued in 1938, is valued at way more than 5 cents if it's in good condition. If it's in mint condition, I'll put that out there. So people are selling Buffalo nickels online for thousands of dollars. So you know, if I come across any coin of that nature, I'm definitely 100% holding on to that. I look at coins as assets, which technically they are, depending on the numismatic value, and it's classified as a commodity. So without getting super duper long-winded, I'm gonna dive in this collection and then we'll talk about it. We'll talk about it at the end of this video. Let's get it. Okay, so I mentioned being sectioned off by geography and American rarity. We'll start in the US, right? This here, for those who aren't familiar, these first two are Susan B. Anthony's, and at face value, they're worth $1 from 1979. It may be worth more in the future, I'm not sure, but that's a very rare coin these days, as well as the John F. Kennedy 50-cent piece from 1981. At face value, that's worth 50 cents, but the older it gets, like any other of these coins, the older they get, the more they may potentially go up in value, and that's the main reason I'm holding on to them. All of these quarters, tell me what stands out to you before I say it. Tell me what stands out. Okay, I'll say it now. See those double dates? See those double dates? 1776, 1976. Those are bicentennial quarters, right? At face value, they're 25 cents, but if you flip it over and look at the back, these aren't regular quarters. These are not regular quarters, and again, over time, the more time that passes by, the older these coins get. It's similar to wine. It's similar to wine. They have a high probability of increasing in value, and that's the main reason I'm holding these. So we'll go over to the nickels now. To my knowledge, any nickel post 1965 is made with less silver, right? Less silver, and you'll notice the filling. It's a little bit lighter. It feels a little bit cheaper. Nickels 1965 and before had some silver in there. So I got a 1965 there, 1964, 64, 64, 64, 41, 41, 49, 52. And I mentioned the Buffalo nickel, right? I just found this a couple weeks ago. Now this isn't in the best value. Like, look how faded it is, look how warped it is. There's not even a date on the front of this thing, but at the end of the day, it's still a Buffalo nickel, right? Call it a Buffalo nickel because on the back there's a buffalo. Again, you see a little bit of corrosion around the buffalo's ankles. Still worth 5 cents. I can go spend this in the store at 5 cents, but it is so rare. It is so rare, and the fact that this one's in the condition that it's in, it dates back to 1913 through 1938, but there's no way to be sure because there's no date on it. Go to the pennies now. As far as these are all wheat pennies. This one's in trash condition right here. On the back, 1 cent. The back is completely different. These are all Wheaties. All Wheaties, as my coin collectors would call them. These are all Wheaties, and the dates, there's more to it than just the fact that they have these wheats on the back. Look at the date of that one, 1958, and I think that's a D. which is an error. So some people collect coins based off errors. 1949. I think that's a 1949S. That's an error. 1954S. I need a damn magnifying glass. This one's older than my grandmother. Look at that date. 1920. Hopefully you can see that. I can barely see that. 1920, and it's not in the best condition. I'll say that. It's pretty faded. Can't even make out Lincoln's face. It's a smooth penny, but on the market, somebody may want this. So I'm holding on to it. Got some 1934, 58, 52, 45. I got some old stuff here, y'all. I got some really old stuff here that'll be worth a little bit more in the future. Let's go to my next door neighbor now. To all my Canadians, shout out to my Canadians. I'm in Illinois, right? I'm in Chicago, I'm in the Midwest. Canada is right next door to Michigan. Detroit, Michigan, you can get to Canada quick. Michigan is right next door to Illinois. So I have a lot of Canadian currency. This one right here, if I'm not mistaken, is $1. Yeah, that's one Canadian dollar. From 2015. It's got the Queen Elizabeth on there, as most of their coins do. That is a quarter. So we got Canadian 25 cents. This is 5 cents. So that's a Canadian nickel. Dollar, quarter, quarters. This one's a little bit older and different. This one's from 2007. And these are dimes, right? Canadian dimes. All with the Queen Elizabeth on there. Got another quarter. Now, as far as Canadian pennies go, those were discontinued in 2013. They don't even use or make pennies in Canada anymore. But I'm still holding on to them. Because, again, you never know. You truly never know. What's valuable to one person may not necessarily be valuable to the next, but it's a rarity. And these are older Canadian pennies. These are older. This one, for example, is from 1983, 1991. Wait, that's not Canadian. Somebody tell me what this is. Is that European new penny? That's not Canadian. I mean, at least I don't think it is. 1979. Yeah, I'm not sure. Y'all let me know in the comments. Now here's where it gets really crazy, right? These are all, it says euros on the back, but I'm not exactly sure where they're from, and that's the thing. I just bring them home and collect them. I do research later when I get the time, but I just grab them and hold on to them. Like, a lot of these coins I've never seen before, I've never heard of before. This says 5 cents. This says 5 cents, and on the front, I don't even know what that is. But that's part of the enjoyment that I get out of it. What is that? Somebody tell me what this is. Seems to be upside down. Yeah, I'm unfamiliar with a lot of these. 2 cent. Okay. Flip these over. This has the Queen Elizabeth on there too, but it says Bermuda. It says Bermuda on there. So again, y'all let me know. Y'all let me know where these are from. If you're from there, if you recognize these, let me know. Of course, I'll be doing my own research. But this one says 1 pound. 1 pound. Has the queen on the front, right? Look how thick it is. It has writing on the side. I have no clue where this is from, but I'm holding on to it. If y'all recognize this, let me know. Laces. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce that. Y'all let me know. We have this guy, this little birdie here. I believe that's Croatian. Don't ask me how I know that, but I believe that's some Croatian currency there. This one's a little bit in terrible shape, but it's still in the collection. It could be cleaned up though. Last but definitely not least, got some pesos here. 2014, 2012, we got $1 and $5. Let's check out the back of this thing. Estados Unidos Mexicanos. Okay. Pass Spanish class with flying colors. Pesos también. Then we have a 50-cent piece here. Pesos también. And this one, Uruguay. Peso Uruguayo, 1998, $1. So I got some interesting stuff here, man, and I'm gonna keep holding on to them. Like I said, I don't know if a lot of this stuff necessarily has numismatic value. I got some Bahamian currency here. Got some Bahamian currency. To all my people from the Bahamas, y'all recognize these. Commonwealth of the Bahamas. These are pennies. And then I have this guy right here. Y'all let me know where that's from. I've never seen this coin in my life. I found it on the street some years back, and I'm holding on to it. So look at this guy. This is gonna trip y'all out, because now I don't even know if this is an authentic coin or not, because you can do this with it. What? Why is this a magnet? Why is this a magnet? Why is this a magnet? These coins are yeah. So there we go. All laid out, all together as one. It's pretty interesting. And out of my entire collection, these 4 right here are my favorites, and I'll tell you why. For one, this one was gifted to me by a subscriber, someone who's been watching me really closely, and the fact that I rarely mention how much I adore coins and how much I love coins and how much I'm a nerd for coins. He picked up on it in the small few videos that I covered talking about it. But this is actually 1 ounce of silver. 1 ounce of silver. It's a silver dollar. He gifted this to me a while back. Freedom Stacker, I appreciate you. Make sure y'all go check him out. He has a channel as well. I'll link his info in the description box. But look at this case. He also sent me a card with it. So I appreciate that. And my guy Kane as well. So all my subscribers who send me stuff like this is a 1970s nickel. It's an error. It's worth more than 5 cents on the market. Again, like I said, if you check eBay, you'll see people selling things like this all the time. He also gifted me these as well. 1956 BU wheat penny. BU stands for billion uncirculated. So technically it's never been circulated, and it retains all of its mint value and luster, as they say, but packaged pristine, 1956.
and this is a 1993 S nickel. Look how pristine, like that's perfect condition basically. The back is no different, but perfect. Again, Kane, I'll link his description as well. He has an eBay store where he also sells and trades coins, so shout out to these guys.
Went on a world tour, didn't we? Is that a world tour or your girl's tour? What are you talking about? It's finally done though. It's finally done. My longest video to date, hands down. And I knew it would be this way, that's why I postponed it. But again, I'm glad it's finally done, and hopefully you learned something from it. If any of the coins you saw in this video is from your native region, from your corner, your edge of the world, let me know in the comment section. Like this video if you like it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't. Also, follow me on IG. Q Makes It Happen on Instagram. I go by the name of Q. And like I always say, if Q can make it happen, you can make it happen. I'll holler at y'all next video. Peace.